All right, it's time to keep checking out the positions for the 2013 Statesman football team. I'm Katie Smith, joined by Herb Brooks. And Herb, we've got some really athletic wide receivers out there this year.
Not only athletic, Katie, I think we have some really explosive playmakers at the position this year. Let's let Coach Ben Bryant tell you about them.
Overall, I think we're starting to develop as a unit. The players are starting to pick up the offense and stuff like that, so we're doing a great job with that. For the start of camp, just a lot of thinking out there. Now it's to the point that they're comfortable with the offense, and now the scheme is coming together, starting to execute on a lot of good plays. As a whole, I think we're getting better with the perimeter blocking, starting to read coverages and stuff like that. As of right now, I would say Martez is starting to pick up his game, filling in for injured players. You have Mike is actually doing real good, the smallest guy on the field and probably got the biggest heart. We have DJ Holly definitely stepping it up also. I'm real impressed with him. Casey Osborne is doing a great job as a big guy, and we have several other guys that are starting to shine. Technique-wise, I mean, we're pretty much good at everything. I would say there's no downside to those guys. They just got to make sure that they execute and continue to work on the fundamentals. We're starting to make plays, starting to get yaks. On the first scrimmage, we were thinking a lot. I know first time we had a crowd in the stands. This time, the crowd wasn't a factor. We focused more on our assignment. What I want them to accomplish this year is those three things I told previous. I want them to play fast, play aggressive, play smart.
And on the other side of the ball, the cornerbacks have the distinct pleasure of being coached by defensive coordinator Charles Anthony. We know they're going to be good.
It's always a plus when your position coach is the defensive coordinator, and with the cornerbacks, I'm sure they're really excited to, be coached up by Coach Anthony.
I think it's gone good. I think we were a whole lot better at second scrimmage than we were at first scrimmage, and that's always a good thing. And I think we got guys that's making plays, and that's a good thing because we got 3 interceptions yesterday, got a fumble recovery, and had some great effort plays, and that's always encouraging because of the great effort play. We had a chance to turn around and stop them. So those were all pluses and positives coming out of yesterday. Well, I expect to be a solid group, and I feel like I got 4 or 5 that can play, and I've been real pleased with what I've seen out of all of them in camp, and so I feel like that's going to be one of our strong points because they all are competing with each other, and they all playing hard, and I like the group as a whole. Right now, Jeremy Davis has stepped up big time because first scrimmage he had 2 interceptions. Yesterday he had 2 interceptions, and one of them would have been a touchdown. So he's been making plays. I like Frankie Lee. Frankie Lee been playing hard, and he's been made some plays. And Trent Warren is he's the returner from last year, and he plays hard, and he's a physical type corner that when people want to throw the screens into the boundary and all that stuff, that's kind of his forte. But they've probably been the 3 that stood out the most so far. But I feel good about all of them, but they're the ones that stood out so far. Well, I think we're getting better at being in the right spots, and I think we're playing pretty hard, and I think our corners are doing a good job getting off blocks and tackling. And usually corners are your weak spot on that kind of stuff when it comes to the physical part because they're usually more cover guys, but that's been one of our strengths, and we've had to do it a lot because they throw a lot of screens into the boundary and that kind of stuff. It makes us have to do it, which, I like because it gives us work on it for when other teams do it, but that's been one of our strong points. Well, I'm just excited about this group. I'm excited about the whole defense and this football team. And, the camaraderie of the group is really good, and that's always encouraging because when you got a bunch of newcomers that you blended in with the old guys, that's always a concern, and that's been a big-time plus so far.
So that's a look at your 2013 wide receivers and cornerbacks.
I'm Herb Brooks along with Katie Smith. We'll see you later.